Ladies, gentlemen, and those who lie betwixt, welcome back to Blank Block, a podcast from three 20-somethings who have fallen into the void and can't get back up. My name is Cameron Bloomer, and joining me today is Ashley Maligan.
Hello, that's me.
And Serafina Buick.
How are you? That's me.
That is Serafina's voice as well.
How are you? Yes. I don't know why I just
Vaguely Australian.
How
That's
are
so
you?
random.
It's like an uwu Australian little woman that's trapped inside of me.
You're just trying to get fired now.
Yeah, I'm trying to get fired.
Serafina's sick of it. Oh yeah, actually, speaking of Serafina not, being on the podcast, what time is it right now?
It is nearly 5 p.m. GMT.
When were we meant to record?
3 p.m. GMT.
Why didn't we record at 3 p.m. GMT?
You raise an excellent question, and it's one that I believe Serafina could maybe answer.
I had a nightmare. I woke up at 3:45.
Oof.
No excuses. I woke up hungover, and here I am.
I woke up.
You woke
Congratulations.
up. Are you woke?
I'm so woke. I would say that if it wasn't appropriating black culture.
That's valid. I feel like we've gotten lost in the sauce here.
We've fallen into the void. Oh hell. Hey, I've got a question for everybody.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Have you been working hard, or have you been hardly working? Am I right?
To answer your question, I have been working hard. I've been working hard on my own podcast, writing, recording, editing again because I forgot to save the initial edit, editing a third time because I really fucked up the edit the second time. We're having a great time over here.
Nice.
Yeah. I, in fact, before this recording, actually finished and released the third episode.
Oh, nice.
Shoot, I gotta go check that out.
Yeah.
I'll do it now. Wait, can we pause the podcast?
Where can we listen to it, Ashley?
Yeah, sure. I'll just cut the entire third episode of my podcast in like all 13 minutes long glory right here, right now.
Thank you. I think Serafina asked where we could find it, which is redundant because it's the same platform that they're listening to this on.
Well, it's now available on Spotify, actually, as well as a few other podcast streaming services, which I don't have the list for because I'm an unprofessional human being.
Well, either way, I stand corrected. Sorry.
Yeah, hopefully this one will also be on Spotify, though, to be fair. I think I've cracked how to do it. The answer is get really drunk and you wake up with a podcast on Spotify.
That's usually how it happens. That's the natural way of things.
It's what worked for me. It will work for you, too. This has been how to start a podcast.
Nice.
In a podcast.
Serafina.
I have been kind of in the middle. I've been working hardly, but working hard at not working. You know?
Okay. So you've been taking some downtime for yourself.
Yeah, because I have submitted all my university work, I've been like, oh, time to have a little break. But I did last night do a challenge that's been going around on Twitter and just the whole internet of this screen cap of a Sailor Moon episode, which I love Sailor Moon. I'm a big anime weeaboo, and I hate that I just said that.
Yeah, me too.
When are we firing this bitch?
She's already been demoted, don't worry.
Yeah, but I redrew a picture of Usagi from Sailor Moon, and and that's got 7 likes on Twitter. Watch out, ladies. Watch out.
She's coming for your likes.
For those of us who haven't listened to, let me try that again. For those of us who haven't watched Sailor Moon, is the person you just mentioned the titular Sailor Moon?
Yes.
Oh, the Moon So Sailor.
Yeah, the moon, the Moon So Sailor, the blonde bitch with the big buns.
That's how I want to be described for the rest of my life. I'm going to have to bleach my hair now.
But it's worth it for that descriptor.
It could possibly be worth it. Yes.
That's hella cool, Serafina. I think it's important to take time for yourself. I think especially after you've been kind of crushing out a bunch of work. I think that's completely valid and good for you. So hell yeah to that.
Hell yeah.
Congratulations.
Now, time to do fuck all again for next week. I'll be back and be like, I've done nothing again.
I mean, that's the best way to live.
Yeah. But,
Float.
yeah, but what have you been up to then, Cameron, you know?
I've recently been on a stint of not being very motivated, but it did come after a stint of being very motivated. So I guess I've been working hard and then hardly working. So I completely...
End segment. There we go.
Yeah, next segment. Podcast over. I recently went through every nook and cranny of my room and kind of decluttered and reorganized. And I got some new plants and made some modifications to some furniture and just kind of gave my room a little spruce up. Did a little bit of spring
cleaning. It sounds like you've been playing Animal Crossing, but in the real life.
Yeah, because I wasn't able to get a Switch because of lockdown. Not lockdown. I wasn't able to get a Switch because of
you just weren't able to get a Switch.
Yeah.
How much loose change did you find while you were like cleaning out your whole room?
I found a lot of foreign currency, but but no.
Did you find rupees though? That is the question.
That joke isn't relevant.
Oh no, it's not.
That got cut from the last episode.
It's alright, I'll cut this too and I'll put them together into just one audio file that will be released on our Patreon at the $100 tier.
You can hear rupees joke.
You can hear the one joke we made about rupees in every episode ever.
But that's always cut. So yeah, that's been that was fun. I got really into that. I think I thought it was going to be a bigger task than it was, and then I did it all in an afternoon and got really sad because there was no work for me to do. So then I reorganized my hard drive and my computer, and that was wild and took less time than I wanted to as well. So then I've just been kind of vibing for the past few days, not really feeling like doing much. I've been doing a bit of editing here and there for some people, which has been fun. And that's it.
You also created the new intro for Tales from Pontus, which I don't have the finished version of yet. So
oh, sorry. Yeah,
that will be in future episodes.
I got to that. So I just got Ableton Live. I got the Ableton Live 10 suite, and that's been fun. I've been playing around with that recently, doing music stuff. But a lot of the samples are pretty garbage. So I was like, I was looking for like flute and harp sounds, and the flute was like. And I was like, that's not anything.
Exactly what a flute sounds like. Clearly you've never been around classical musical instruments like I have. As a big conductor for like a large orchestra group, you'd know it if I said the name, but I'm legally not allowed.
Fair enough. So I need to download a bunch of orchestral VSTs, which I think is just going to be the rest of my life now. I feel like I've opened up a new market to myself where I'm going to spend too much money, which is essentially what I'd be doing if I got a Switch. So instead of getting a Switch, I've now gotten a music production software, and I'm just going to buy a bunch of instruments to make it sound slightly better.
I mean, I think that's a good way of spending your time, though. You know, you're investing somewhat.
Exactly. I'm on the precipice of a money pot kind of. Well, like
you're on the precipice of making other people very wealthy. Congratulations, you've done it. You've become the bottom tier of capitalism.
Become? I was already there.
Congratulations. We're all working class, except some people.
That's what the void is.
Swiftly moving on.
Swiftly moving on.
Any class warfare.
That's one thing I think podcasts need is battles, like audio battles.
That's just a rap battle, but with spoken word poetry instead.
No. I mean like a fist fight, but just over podcasts. So, like all you can hear is just like
the sound of meat being slapped.
Yeah. Well, that's a different streaming.
Oh yeah, that's the Triple
Anyway.
X Blank Block Nights podcast that we're about to release.
Yeah, it's
Wow.
blank clocks.
I'm gonna
That's like-
release an entire pay-to-play video game series where every minute that you pay, we extract anywhere between £1 to £30 from your bank account, depending on how hard you are playing.
That sounds like my addiction with this certain mobile game that I had like 2 years ago.
Is
Which
this
I will
Love
not
Nikki?
mention. Yeah.
Mid-sentence.
I wasn't
I'm so
gonna
sorry.
mention the name. I was like, you know what? I won't mention. Oh,
Wear
God.
it loud and proud.
I spent like probably £60 on that game.
Oh my god.
Listen, why buy real clothes for yourself when you can buy fake clothes for your?
To be fair, yeah, why buy real instruments when you can buy zeros and one instruments?
You know, you both are hitting so close to the fact that, let's be real, you don't need to buy real life clothes right now.
That's
Ain't
very
nobody
true.
gonna see them. You were pre-prepared.
I was. I mean, what's everyone wearing right now?
I'm not wearing jogging bottoms because I don't own jogging bottoms.
Wow.
I didn't think I
that
did. I
says
found these at the
something.
bottom of a box. Like, I wish I was joking. I was tidying up my room and found just an ancient pair of jogging bottoms. I'm not even entirely sure they're mine.
They just appeared.
They just appeared.
A gift from
little,
God.
Little jogging bottom gnome. Jogging bottom goblin. I'm wearing like gingham shorts and like a gym top, which is really ironic because it's fucking freezing and I'm definitely not going to the gym right now.
Oof. Good.
Hey, so guys, I have a question. I have a question for you guys. Would you rather lose the ability to speak or the ability to read?
I definitely. Yeah, I have an answer for this. Sorry, I don't know why I wanted. In my head, I didn't want to give up my cards too quickly. I wanted to see what other people thought first, but then I didn't actually say that. I just kind of. I'll say. I would definitely rather lose the ability to read than the ability to speak.
I'm the opposite, I think.
Are you kidding me? I feel like in this world, you can get by with like, I mean, you can still consume information in other ways.
What about
like
mute people, huh? What about mute people?
Well, yeah, the question is basically, would you rather be mute or blind? But only specifically words blind.
Yeah. If it was blind or mute, then I would rather be mute. But if it's just I can't read, then it's like that's fine. There's like
But you can't
I'll
read
just
a
listen
book.
to. I can listen to a book though. There's Audible and everything like that. I can still consume information.
This would be such a good segue for Audible. Sponsor.
And every time we say the word Audible, I'm just gonna, or any brand name, I'm just gonna beep it until they give us money.
Hell yeah.
Maybe we should just aggressively try and get Audible to sponsor us right now. Hey guys,
Audible,
if you go to audible.com, you can find books. You don't get a free one from us yet, but
If
Maybe
yeah,
in
we
the
give
future.
away other people's promo codes. No, but I'm like strongly in camp no read. Because that's like what I already do. Like I already don't read that much anyway. Hey, by the way, I don't read whatever.
reading's for nerds.
Exactly, and I'm not a nerd.
No, but you can't read messages. Then you can't read.
That's true. I think that would actually be the worst part. Is I wouldn't be able to send and receive messages. I would just have to like voice note everybody.
And
But-
also like text to speech exists
Yeah.
and speech to text programs. So I don't think you'd really lose out that much.
Exactly. It would be the hardest thing. But like not debilitating in the way that not being able to wait, what was the other one?
to speak.
Oh
Thing
yeah,
is,
not being able to speak.
I would get like a little voice box person and just like, or like those like text to speak things, and then like you type out what you want to say, and it'd be the voice of like, I don't know, Terry Crews, and then everyone will think I'm so cool.
Everyone would think that you are Terry Crews until
Yeah.
they looked at you and realised that you're not an incredibly tall, buff black man, but in fact a very small, very white girl. Honestly, it's flawless.
I'm not that short. I'm not that short.
It's not that you're that short, it's just that you're not as tall as Terry Crews.
How
That's
tall
an
is Terry
insult.
Crews? How tall is he?
Bigger than
Tall?
you. 100%
No, I
bigger
don't
than you.
think so.
Bigger
I
than
don't-
me.
Probably bigger than me too. At a guess. I don't know.
Why?
I've never met
They
Terry
gave it
Crews.
to me. They gave it to me in meters. I'm like, great. I don't know any meters. They give it.
Seraphina's out here like 2 meters. That's like this, right?
No,
Just
he's
standing, like, right behind
he's
somebody in line at the store.
1.88 meters, and I'm like, that's not that.
Oh,
tall,
that's
is
like, I think that's like me.
That's just over 6 foot. I think that's like 6'2".
Yeah, I think he's about as tall as me.
it? Oh no, I just typed in Terry Crews feet, but then I just put it's actually just his feet. I didn't mean.
Congratulations, you've just ended up on Feetpedia.
Oh no! Oh no!
Is it Wiki Feet? What's that weird website where you can just go
Height
and
in
have a
feet.
look?
Just any
He's
any
6'2".
website.
Terry Crews is 6'2".
Oh hell yeah.
He's still made up of about 30 Camerons, though.
Yeah, it's just like somehow
It's,
like
like,
he's a bigger
wide.
man emotionally as well. He's like a bigger man
Cameron is a stick insect of a man.
spiritually.
Yeah, you
I am.
Sorry. Didn't mean to call
No,
you out like that.
it's fine. It's true. I am like the definition of vertical. Like
You're
I
all those skinny white boys that a lot of emo girls fall in love with.
yeah, I exist on like a one-dimensional plane.
It's true. If you turn like sideways, oh shit, he's gone. You would make a fantastic spy because of that. You
Yeah,
just go hide yourself, like just lay flat against the wall, put a like bookcase up against you. No one's gonna
books.
see
What are
you're doing.
that? I don't read.
Yeah,
What's a
remember you
bookcase?
can't read. I feel like
Yeah.
also going back
What-
to the question.
Yeah.
We are all currently recording a podcast, and I really thought that was going to come up. Like, oh, if I can no longer speak, I can't do the podcast. But then
Oh,
Seraphina
no.
did tell us that we could just all be Terry Crews. And what a fantastic podcast that would be. Hello, welcome to the Terry Crews Voice Podcast. All 3 of us are just Terry Crews.
And also, we refer to each other as Terry.
No, I would like to be called Crews.
Oh, okay.
Well, I would like to be called, what's Terry's middle name? Yogurt.
As if we're best friends with him. As if we're like such good friends with Terry Crews that it's like, what's Terry's middle name?
I think it's Jerry.
Terry, Jerry! Alan! It's Alan!
His middle name's Alan?
His name is Terrence Alan Crews.
That's a fantastically good name.
Yeah.
It's a good name. That's really good.
Terrence Alan Crews.
I like the
Um,
name Alan.
I want to be at.
His attack.
But he's a big tic tac.
He's the largest Tic Tac.
He's a 6'2" tic tac. Imagine.
Cram that down your throat.
Gladly, I want to.
That's bigger than my whole body.
Congratulations, we've just hit the fetish segment where we talk about who we want to vore this week.
Well, I mean, I did talk about diapers last time. Like, it's my thing.
Yeah. It's the
That's
fetish
my segment.
You're really into diapers and piss and vore.
Poop.
And Terry Crews.
And I did just decide that you were into piss just now. I've made that choice for you.
Oh no, it was a safe assumption, honestly.
You just look at you, you know, that's a pretentious man what's well into piss, that. That's your
Really
vibes.
into piss kinks. God.
You know when you just look... Have you ever looked someone in the eyes when you've been interacting with them and they say something and the way that their eyes sparkle just tells you far too much about this person?
Yeah, every time you went to the bathroom.
Why are you
Like-
following me to the bathroom?
No, I mean, like we'd be at undisclosed cheap alcohol bar, and you'd just be like, "Hey, I'm going to go to the bathroom now. I'll see you guys in a bit," and my ears would perk up.
It's true. Your trousers would become a tent, and then you would follow me in, and I'd hear you listening through the stall, and I'd be like, "Hey, bud."
I'd always be gone when you'd come out though.
Nah, I looked up one time. You were just stuck to the ceiling, which I do have questions about.
He's so
I mean,
thin.
my powers know no bounds.
He's so thin.
I stood above a vent.
Yeah, you just turned sideways and made sure you were side on to me the whole time.
Oh God. I mean, I don't like the idea that you implied that you have a toilet kink for some reason, Cameron. I don't like it. You've used my toilet so much.
I'm absolutely fine with people having a fucking toilet kink, right? But they're not allowed to use my fucking toilet for it. She's innocent. She's pure. She's only ever been shat and pissed in for business, not for pleasure.
Hi, can I just use your toilet for like non-kink reasons, please?
I just really need to pee. I swear, I'm not gonna wank. I'm not gonna do it. I'm not this time. I know you caught me last week, but that was a moment of weakness, and it's not representative of myself as a whole.
Cameron? Did you have to go into my bathroom because my dog Cassie, like, punched you in the balls so hard you had to sort yourself out, or was that another person?
That was me.
I think that was Ash. Although I probably have before.
That was me. Basically, Cassie is a licensed testicular remover, and she knows that the NHS is dragging its feet about getting me my surgery to remove the old dangling nuts. So she volunteered kindly to just whip them right off there and then. The first time I've ever come to Seraphina's house, I walk in the door and there go the nuts. You know, they roll down the floor, roll down the hallway even. Let's try that again, shall we? They roll down the hallway, they make that noise that like marbles make when you're rolling them across the surface of wood.
You know those magnets that you could like throw together in the air? Yeah, it makes those noises.
I wish my nuts were made of magnets. At least then they'd have some purpose. I could just like use them to hold things to fridges while I'm stood next to them.
Let me just put up this note.
Excuse me, could you just hold this note for me? Just stick it between the nuts, man. It'll be fine.
Go on.
Wait, have you seen those posters that are made of like metal and magnets? You could like do one of them. So you just
with just my balls.
Yeah.
Love that.
Oh my god. Oh.
Okay. Where did you get this incredible question, Ashley?
This incredible question was from a website that I found by Googling "Would you rather" questions, and it is called conversationstartersworld.com. Once again, we are not sponsored, but if they're interested, our email will be somewhere. And they have fantastic conversation starters, such as 350 good questions to ask. But they also have 250 conversation starters. And I want to know what the overlap there is. 200 questions to get to know someone. Questions to ask a guy. Questions to ask a girl. No non-binary representation here, which is honestly annoying. 202 philosophical questions. Okay. Oh no, sorry. It's not 202. It's 205. But the link is mistyped. We're just going to go to question number 69.
Yeah, okay, good. I was about to ask.
Question number 69. If the universe is finite, what would beyond the edge of the universe be like? And then obviously after saying that, you're supposed to stare wistfully off into the distance and pretend that you don't have a boner from just talking to a girl for the first time ever.
Haha, if the universe is finite, what? This is question number 69.
I'm sorry. I feel like I've been in that situation so many times.
Hi,
Yeah.
I'm intelligent, so I'm going to think about the universe and stare off into the distance, and oh, she left.
I mean, time isn't even real, so like...
They just have a question on breeding animals here. Like, would selectively breeding an animal such as a dog based on intelligence increase its intelligence over time? I think that's how that works, no?
I'd love if, like, one of these questions was just like, what should I get from the store? Did you want any more eggs? Because, like, I don't eat them as much anymore, but I know you'd still like eggs. We've got like 2 left. I didn't know if that would be enough until next week for you. I could get more, but then we'd have like more next week. Just let me know.
Would you like some eggs?
Yeah.
I would just like to point out that the idea of 2 eggs lasting anybody a week just baffles the mind.
I don't eat eggs. I had no reference to draw upon. I'm sorry.
Betwixt me and my grandmama, we probably go through anywhere between 12 to 24 eggs in a week.
Yeah, that's like me and my mum do the same probably.
Heavy egg-based diet.
I mean, when I was a lad, I ate 4 dozen eggs every morning to help me get large. But now that I'm grown, I eat no eggs.
Hey, did you know? Did you know that the FDA classifies eggs as raw meat? It's raw meat.
Okay.
Eggs.
I mean, I don't
They're raw
know
meat.
if I'm against it.
I'm pro raw meat. I think that if you cook things, you're a pussy, and one day your stomach will betray you, and you'll get sick.
But isn't like plant meat from the plant meat, you know?
Okay.
Ladies, gentlemen, and those that lie betwixt, thank you so much for listening to this episode of Blank Block. If you enjoyed the show, please let us know on our social media. That would mean the world to us. And please also share the show with others you think would enjoy our shenanigans. As a new podcast, we are relying entirely on our amazing audience to spread the word far and wide. Your support would be invaluable to us. For more from Cameron, follow him on Twitter @LumpyBoy or on Instagram @CameronBloomer, spelt BLUMER. For more from Serafina, follow her on Twitter @SacredCowsMedia or on Instagram @SacredCows. And you can find me on Twitter @TrashlyM, that's TrashLeiGhm, and on my other podcast, Tales from Pontus. Once again, a huge thank you for listening, and we will see you next time.